All right, good morning. Today is Monday, November the 27th. We are going to start by talking about everything that is going to be upcoming for the next 17 days. The first thing on our list to talk about is going to be your second novel project. All right, so if you will go into Schoology and click on your class, you will see a folder labeled Novel Project 2, November the 16th through February the 15th. Now, once you click on this folder, you're going to see your actual project and you're going to see Novel Project 2 due dates. I want you to open both of these up, okay? I want you to open both of these up. Now, Novel Project 2 due dates. Some of you had a very difficult time with the first project and the due dates. Okay? Some of you had a very difficult time with the due dates. Now, I'm going to say this once right now. And if you are not listening to me and you are talking to the person behind you or in front of you, then you're not listening and you're going to miss what I'm saying. Okay? When I tell you that slides are due, they are due that day. And if they are not done by that day and I grade it, then you will get a 0 for whatever is incomplete. I will not edit or change your grade after you complete the slides for that first submission. Okay? Now, you still have to do the slides because you're going to have to submit for a final grade. So you might as well get it all done on or before the due date. Okay, because you are only hurting yourself and causing yourself more work by not doing it on time. Does everyone understand that? All right. Now, this project is just a little bit different than the last one, okay? Novel project 2, okay? You're going to delete this right here where it says The Giver, Alabama Moon, The Outsiders, and Matilda. All right. Name of the book below and then delete this text box. Okay, so whatever your book is, this is where it'll go. Your name, you need to type in your first and your last name, your class period, and the date is going to be November the 16th through February the 15th. All right. Now, some of you are already editing this and making the change, and that is very smart. Okay. All right. I'm going to say this one more time. You are going to take this off. Okay. You're going to put in the title of the book that you're doing. You're going to put your first and your last name using capital letters where necessary. Class period first, and the date is going to be November the 16th, 2023 to February the 15th, 2024. All right. Again, you have your directions slide. Now, read the book and complete the following presentation. You will read 3 novels this year. You will complete 3 novel presentations. The presentation will count as 2 major grades. The first project will be completed in November. The second project must be completed by February. The final project must be completed by May. You will present your presentation to the class each time. This we may alter just a little bit. We may only present one. You must read the book independently on your own time. There may be time in class to read and work on your presentation, if time permits during your class time. You must edit the background, add animation, add special effects, and put effort into making each project unique. Make sure to write in complete sentences. Everything you write must be in a complete sentence. You must restate the question in all of your responses. Make sure to punctuate your sentences. Make sure to correct sentence fragments and or run-on sentences. Make sure to use capital letters at the beginning of all sentences and where needed otherwise. You may use the internet to conduct your research. Do not plagiarize. You may not copy and paste information into your presentation. You must use your own words to answer the questions. Be sure to follow the directions on each slide. All right, about the book. This is the same. Okay, like November the 15th through February, or November the 16th through February the 15th. All right, about the author is pretty much the same except for like you've got to make sure that everything is in a complete sentence, okay? All right, it says name of author written in a complete sentence. Blank is the author of, okay? Date of birth must be in a complete sentence. The author of your book, all right, so Lois Lowry, author of The Giver, was born on. Hometown must be in a complete sentence. Lois Lowry, author of The Giver, was born in blank on da 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 da. Family history, okay, must be in a complete sentence. Is she married? Is she still alive? Does she have any children? All right. You have to do 3 interesting facts. They must be in a complete sentence. Awards received must be in a complete sentence. I've only required you to list 1 award, okay? So Lois Lowry, author of The Giver, received the Nobel Peace Prize, okay? No, that's not. I'm just giving you an example.
What is a Nobel?
It's like a badge. It's like a cardboard badge.
All right. The next slide. Listen. The next slide. Okay. Language and grammar. Now, some of this is the same as last. Okay. The concept is still the same. You have to write the sentence, you have to identify the nouns, and you have to give me the page number. All right. So the first one is going to do common nouns. The next one is going to do proper, possessive. All right, and then you have to find one that contains an action verb and a direct object. A different slide, or the next slide, is going to contains a be verb. All right, and you have to label the verb as past or present. The next section, find 5 different simple sentences in your book. All right. The next one, find 5 different compound sentences in your book. Identify the coordinating conjunction and page number. The next section, find 5 different complex sentences in your book and identify the pattern in which they follow. So that is going to mean dependent, comma, independent, or independent dependent. All right. The last section, find a sentence in the book that is written in the imperative mood, the indicative mood, or the interrogative mood. Now, we are going to cover that soon. Verbals. All right. We have already covered 2 parts of this. We have covered participles and infinitives. We are going to add gerunds to our list before we get out for Christmas break. All right, vocabulary, context clues, connotations and denotations. This slide is a little bit different than the last slide or than the last presentation you did. You have a higher expectation, okay? You've got to define connotation and denotation in a complete sentence. Does this word have a positive or negative meaning? Okay. Explain why the word has a positive or negative connotation and how it affects the mood or the tone of your novel. All right, it says find a sentence from the book containing a word not known to you or new to you. This should be a word that you do not understand. Okay? Define context clues in a complete sentence. Make sure to include the word in your definition. Define connotations in a complete sentence. Make sure to include the word in your definition. Now, does the word that you found from the book have a positive or negative connotation? Explain why the word. Okay, you're going to go through all of this for that one word in the sentence. Exposition is the same. Rising action is the same. Climax is the same. Falling action is the same. Resolution is the same. Characters are for the most part the same. Conflict has one additional new feature. How does the conflict affect the plot? How does the conflict affect the mood or the tone of the story? All right, figurative language is a little bit different. You have some new words on here. You have irony, and you have mood, and you have tone. Okay? This is a completely new slide on irony. You're going to define situational, verbal, and dramatic irony, and you're going to give an example from the book. Rhetorical strategies in literature. This is new. Okay, you're going to define the word rhetoric, and you're going to define pathos, ethos, and logos. Okay, we're going. I'm going. This is another thing that we are going to cover before we get out for Christmas break. All right, how does the author persuade you to feel about the characters in your book? Does the author appeal to your emotions or feelings, credibility and ethics, or your logic and reason? Okay? Point of view is the same except for you have an added part at the bottom. How could the plot change or perspective be different if the story had a different narrator? All right. Theme and moral, I took off motive. Thoughts and opinions are the same, and then summary is the same. Okay. Now, I want you to look at
do you just get bored and just be like, I wonder how much I can torture these kids?
no.
I really feel like that should be bored.
He can't clip me from keyboard.
Okay, apparently I uploaded the wrong one into Schoology, and I will put this one in just a second. Now, listen, turn around and look. All right, I sent all of this out on Parent Square before we got out for Thanksgiving break. Okay, now this right here will tell you when every single slide is due. All right, so this one right here is due by Friday, December the 1st. All right, about the book is due by Friday, December the 1st. About the author is due by Friday, December the 1st. That is this Friday. All right, this right here is due by Friday, December the 8th. Friday, December the 15th. All right, Friday, December the 8th. Monday, January the 8th. Due Monday, January the 15th. Now, something that is going to be different with this one than the last one is you are going to have quizzes throughout. Okay? So, by next Friday, all right, you will have a quiz on chapters like 1 through 3 or 1 through 4 of your book. All right? Falling action is due Monday, January the 22nd. Apparently, I did not put a due date on this one right here, but I will go back and add one. All right, falling action, Monday, January 22nd. Resolution, Monday, January 29th. Characters, Monday, January the 15th. All right, February the 5th. February 5th. February the 5th. February the 12th. Now, listen. Hey, Stop talking. Now, the other thing is that on the last you have already done one of these and you know what the expectations are, okay? I need for you to listen and I need for you to keep your comments to yourself. Now, everything that I have graded with your first project so far has been returned to you and supposed to be in your data folder. All right? You're going to have to give me probably 2 weeks to get Novel Project 1 completely, totally graded. And then you will put all of the rubrics for Novel Project 1 in your data folder. Now, you should use the rubrics from Project 1 to complete Project 2 because you don't want to make the same mistakes twice. Now, the other thing is I'm not giving you the time to work on it in class that you had like first with the first project. Okay? I am not going to go over directions anymore. Like, this is it. I'm telling you what to do. What I am going to do is on the stuff that I have not taught yet, I'm going to teach that. And then once I teach it, you have to be able to apply it. Okay, so that is only going to be, though, the verbals, the verb mood, and irony. Everything else you have already been taught and you have already completed once. All right? Everybody understand my instructions with this. Okay? But we're going to work on applying everything that you've been taught. That way it sticks a little bit. Okay? All right. Now, you have slides that are due this Friday. If you know that you do not have a computer at home, then you better make sure that you are making use of your time while you are at school. Or you better let your parents know that you need to make arrangements to go to a relative's house, to go to the library, whatever it is, so that you can get your project done. Okay? No ifs and or buts about it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right? You've got to figure out how to get it done. Okay? You have got to figure out how to get it done. All right. Now, today, I will put this in the folder. Now, the other thing is do not forget that you can go back to Novel Project 1's folder. All right, you can go back to Novel Project 1's folder, and you still have directions for how to complete some of the slides, okay? The rubrics are all posted here. Now, the new slides will have new rubrics, and I will get those uploaded ASAP. If you need help with some of your novels, okay, there are resources posted in each folder for each novel. Use the resources to help you. Use the resources to help you. I am not just giving you this and throwing you to the wolves.
Yes, you is, bro.
No.
Bake sauce on me.
Okay. All right. Wait.
It's not plagiarism. I will work.
What? Bro, how you gonna let me do the thing and I gotta go y'all have me to do the thing, bro?
Hey.
All right. Now. Hey. Stop. All right. For today, what I need you to do is go to second 9 weeks. We're going to scroll down to week 6. And we are going to go to Monday's folder.
I swear to God, it's a DGP.
And you are going to click on DGP 11 weekly work. Shh. Now, I've already asked twice today, and you have one more. If I ask you a third time to stop blurting out, then you will be in at break today. The whole class. Okay? The amount of feedback that you are producing right now is not necessary. Josh. One more time. And it's going to be break for 2 days. Don't get on another game.
I'll play Fortnite.
Alright, DGP 11. Now, this is not an interactive version. You need to get your data folder out and you need to open it up. You need to get your data folder out and open it up. Alright, on this right here, you are going to go ahead. We're going to answer it on the computer, and you are going to write your responses in your data folder. You will have a major test on this sentence on Friday. You will have a major test on this sentence on Friday. Now, our sentence says, Allie, take only 4 items into the ladies' dressing room. Okay? Ollie or Allie, what type or what part of speech is the word Ollie? A what? All right, a proper noun. What is the abbreviation for a proper noun? All right, capital N.
You gonna play with me? I'm gonna tell my mom you force me to do stuff I don't want to do.
All right, y'all forget that I'm still recording, so it's picking up everything you're saying.
Hello, people.
All right, take. Action verb, okay? Is it in the present or is it in the past? All right, action verb, present tense. Only tells when you should take. Okay? Something that modifies a verb is what part of speech? Not an adjective, but an adverb. All right, adverb. Shh.
I'm still in November. But who was that? That shut off.
Now, I want you to look at the rest of the sentence. All right, we are going to identify the common nouns. All right, I want to identify the common nope, I take that back. I want to identify the prepositions first and the article adjectives. All right, what would be the preposition in this sentence? All right, into.
Why I press the N and the J pop up?
All right, so into is a prep. Now, what part of speech or what is the article adjective in the sentence? Huh? All right, so we're going to write art.
What take you?
Now, let's look for common nouns. All right, room is a common noun for sure. What else is a common noun? Oh, is it though? It is a common noun.
Yeah, you're wrong, Cassie.
No. Whose room is it?
Mine.
The ladies. So it's showing.
Oh, it's a possessive noun.
It is a possessive common noun.
It is a
Now, listen. What kind of room is it? Dressing. Now, that is describing room, okay? But it's functioning as a what?
A word.
It's functioning as an adjective describing room, and it ends in ing. All right, can anybody tell me what part of speech this word is? It is one of your three verbals. It is one of your three verbals. Verbals are going to be participles, infinitives, and gerunds. An infinitive is 2 plus a verb. A gerund functions as a noun. All right, a participle. Okay, it is a participle, so part, P-A-R-T. Now, we have one more common noun in this sentence. Items. Common noun. Now, how many items can you take? All right. Adjective. It describes a noun. All right. Now, tomorrow, you are going to underline the subject once and the predicate twice. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. You have an implied subject. All right. There is an understood you at the beginning of this sentence that is not there. Okay? Allie or Ollie is going to be an NDA, a noun of direct address. All right? Allie or Ollie. You take only 4 items.
Wait, hold on. I'm taking a little bit too much.
All right. Again, this has an implied or an implied you because it's giving a what?
A word.
A command. A command is being given. Some of you that are laughing and cutting up, it's getting the best of me. Well, and right now that doesn't matter. All right. Take only 4 items into the ladies' dressing room. Okay, you're going to underline the subject once, the predicate twice. You're going to put your prepositional phrase in parentheses. You're going to identify your object of the preposition. You're going to identify what type of prepositional phrase you have. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Make sure, I want you to put your name on this paper. Okay, put your name on this paper. So at the top, type it in. Make sure that you have written down your response in your data folder.
Can I start spelling my name with one L?
All right. Once you finish that, you can close out of it. And you're going to go back to Monday's folder. And I want you to click on Verb. You're going to click on Verb Mood Guided Notes. You're going to click on Verb Mood Guided Notes. Now, this is one of those things that is in your new novel presentation. This is a new concept to you. This is a new concept for you. You can think of verb mood very similar to sentence types, like interrogative, okay, or imperative, or declarative. All right. Now, what you're going to do is, does everyone have this pulled up on their computer?
I'm trying, bro. My computer's being slow.
Okay. Shh. Listen. 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 We are going to watch a PowerPoint that goes along with the guided notes. Okay? As we're doing the PowerPoint, you are going to fill in the notes. Go ahead right now and on this document, put your name at the top of the paper. All right, go ahead and type in your name where it belongs. Yeah. Is it bothering y'all?
Yes. Now go to Monday. Monday.
All right.
Turkey.
We'll talk about that later. All right, verb mood guided notes. If you click on Monday, you are going to see verb moods lesson. All right, so on your screen, you should have the notes up, and on my screen, I am going to have this up. Okay? All right, here we go. What is mood anyways? All right, in real life, a good or bad mood. In films and literature, the mood of a scene. In grammar, the mood of a sentence. All right, now, are you all able to identify someone's mood?
Yes, I can. You know how?
All right.
Because if they throw in attention trail, I'll be like, yeah, he mad. That's how I know. I need to get my glasses back, bro. I can
Yeah, I see.
Indicator.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad. Okay. Okay, I'll send him back. He didn't even tell me he didn't take it.
4 times.
Okay. All right. You're welcome. Bye. Josh, go back. All right. Now, in grammar, the mood of a sentence, it's verbs: indicative, imperative, interrogative, conditional, and subjunctive. All right. So you should have something that needs to be filled out on your screen. Do you have everything typed in that should be typed? All right. So before I go on to the next slide, I need for you to get it.
Miss Willis, where you get these emojis from?
All All right, so on your guided notes, it says, what is mood anyway? In grammar, the mood of a sentence is its what? Verb. Okay? All right. Indicative and interrogative moods. All right, used for factual statements, including questions or opinions that are facts. All right, indicative and interrogative moods are used for factual statements, including questions or opinions that are facts. Now, if you look at number 2 on your guided notes, A, used for what?
B.
Used for factual statements.
Yeah, I knew that.
Okay?
See it.
Now, used for factual statements, including questions or opinions that are facts. B, they are like declarative and interrogative sentences. Now, what does a declarative sentence do?
Declare stuff.
Makes a statement. What does an interrogative sentence do? Ask a question. Okay? It can be any verb tense. I saw something annoying today. In the Roman numeral 1, what do you type? What verb are you going to put in the blank? Saw. On number 2, it says the lawyers have not said if they will appeal the decision. What are you going to place in the blanks on your guided notes? Have not said. Have not said an appeal. Shh.
Can't see it either. Lord.
Come on now, man.
Landon, I'm about to text your daddy.
No, I got everything
Uh-uh.
Wait, can you like scoot over? I want to see the means.
My daddy's phone got cut off.
I bet it's so funny.
He ain't paid a bill.
I don't see it. It's so black.
What? All I can see is Kevin Hart big forehead, bro.
All right. I'm going on to the next one. Okay. So, first of all, I saw something annoying today. Is this a declarative sentence or an interrogative sentence? Declarative because it's making a. All right. The lawyers have not said if they will appeal the decision. Is this a statement or a question? A statement. So, on your guided notes, I want you to come out here and I want you to put declarative. All right, it's on your notes. I want you to put declarative. All right, is the lawyers have not filed or whatever that sentence is, they will appeal the decision. Is that declarative or interrogative? All right, so I want you to label what type of sentence it is out beside it. I want you to label the type of sentence out beside it. Okay? Purple is the new black. Is that interrogative or is it declarative? All right? All right, imperative mood. Imperative mood. We are on number 3 of your guided notes. We are on number 3 of your guided notes. Demands, instructions, or non-question request. All right. On this, okay, I want you to type in, can also have an implied you.
What did you say?
Okay, implied you.
What I did?
Now, there is usually no subject of the sentence because it is implied. Highlight that on your notes. All right. There usually is no subject of the sentence because it is implied. This is still a complete sentence and it is not a fragment. All right. Come in, please. You come in. Don't touch that. You don't touch that. Shut the door. You shut the door. You turn on the computer. What would be the subject of all of these things? You. Okay? You would be the subject. Now, I want you to think about what we just said in our DGP sentence for this week. Okay? Because you have an implied subject for your sentence this week. So when you go to label your subject tomorrow, what is going to be the subject of your sentence for this week? You. You is going to be the subject, okay? There is usually no subject of the sentence because it is implied. If it is implied, then it is going to be you because it's giving a command. All right, this still functions as a complete sentence and it is not a fragment. Why are we turned around again? All right. All right. Now, on your part A, okay, there is nothing that you need to type. On part B, it says there is usually no what. What do you need to type in that blank on number 3? Subject of the sentence because it is implied. This still counts as a complete sentence and is not a fragment. Examples. Roman numeral 1. What should you type in that blank? Come. 2. All right, what should you type in that blank? Don't. 3. Shut. And 4. Let's. All right. Teacher's note, not in the video, about imperative mood. The verb comes first, the subject is missing, and it's usually in a singular present tense. The imaginary subject of the word is you. I want you to highlight that statement. The imaginary subject is the word you. All right, the imaginary subject is the word you. Okay? For those of you that may not understand where we're at, I want you to highlight this statement. The imaginary subject is the verb or is the word you. All right?
Bro, my sock's too cheap for this.
Conditional versus subjunctive. Conditional versus subjunctive. Conditional versus subjunctive. conditional mood talks about what would happen or what one would do in a certain circumstance or certain circumstances. So on number 4, part A. On number 4, part A. All right, what goes in the first blank? Would. What goes in the second blank? Circumstances.
How you spell that?
Okay. On Roman numeral 1, I would only eat chocolate grasshoppers if I were starving. Were starving, okay? I would only eat chocolate grasshoppers if I were starving. Part 2 says, I would climb Mount Kilimanjaro for $1 million. Okay? You're going to type in what verb there.
It's okay, Josh.
You're typing the notes into your guided notes.
It's okay.
All right? Number 3, or Roman numeral 3, okay? It might work, so we could get to go after all. Okay? This is like an if-then statement.
Bro.
That is a good question.
What do we learn? How?
You're learning how to think about what a sentence is saying and what it's asking.
Oh, I do know. It's like
Okay.
when they say it and you just know.
All right. Now, the difference in conditional and subjunctive is conditional is talking about certain circumstances. So I want you to highlight certain circumstances. Highlight certain circumstances. Okay, highlight certain circumstances. Now, subjunctive talks about a situation that is completely uncertain. All right, in the subjunctive mood, you're going to highlight completely uncertain. In the subjunctive mood, you're going to highlight completely uncertain. Shh. All right. It's completely uncertain, unreal. What's going to go in the first blank on part B? What is going to go in the first blank on part B? Unreal, hypothetical, or just a wish. Okay? If I were you, I wouldn't eat that. All right? I wish I were taller. We could go to the pool. We could go to the pool if it were summer. All right. Subjunctive is going to be things that are more than likely not going to happen. Okay? Now, can people wish all day long that they were taller? Yes. Are they going to get taller? Probably not. If they have already finished growing, they're not going to get taller. Okay? Now, are you likely to become somebody else?
Yes.
No. Okay?
You can be anything.
Now, in the wintertime, in the wintertime, it's not magically going to become summer. All right, it's going to stay winter, and you're not going to go swimming in an outside pool during the winter because it is cold. Okay? All right, now, where it says teacher's note, not in the video, about conditional and subjunctive moods. Notice that in the example sentence above, they often have words like if, wish, or could, should, would. Also note that the verb switches to was and were. Okay? All right. Practice. Practice. What I want you to do right now, it says label each sentence. All right, go to your room. Is that going to be imperative, indicative, interrogative, subjunctive, or conditional? All right. So I want you to type the answer out beside it or in the blank on your paper. Okay? Listen. Are you sure about that? I want you to do this quietly and independently at your seat. Quietly and independently at your seat. Shh. Quietly and independently at your seat. All right, are you sure about that? If you finish your homework, you can go play. All right, that is going to be conditional. If I were president, I would banish all taxes. He wants $1 million.
Me too. Wish big, little buddy.
All right, let's see how you did. Go to your room. Imperative. Are you sure about that? Interrogative. If you finish your homework, you can go play. Like, that is something that could logically happen. Okay? If I were president, I would banish all taxes. All taxes. What is... You're likely not going to become president. Okay? So that is very subjunctive.
Why are you
Turn around. Turn around.
What did I do?
I'm done. Stop. Now, if I were president, I would banish all taxes. Subjunctive. He wants $1 million. Okay? Indicative. Because it is making a statement. Declarative and indicative are the same things. All right. Practice 2. Choose the verb. See, y'all are talking and carrying on instead of listening.
Zach. That's it. Zach.
You might not be president by the way. Are you sure? Well, if I'm president, I'm supposed to
All right, part 2. No. There is so much talking going on that you are not working. I am moving on. Practice 2, choose the verb. If I was famous or if I were famous, I would still help charities. Okay? I is singular. Do you need a singular verb or a plural verb?
You need a singular verb. I just said that. So it'd be was. Good job, buddy. No, it'd be was.
I were.
It'd be were. Or was.
If I were famous, I would still help charities. Okay? Go upstairs and fold the laundry. Going upstairs and fold the laundry. Will go upstairs and fold the laundry. Go upstairs, and it's imperative. Are you going to help me? Question mark. Or you are going to help me, period. All right? He is attending his cousin's wedding, or he could attending his cousin's wedding. He is attending his cousin's wedding. All right. If Cinderella finishes her chores, she might get to go to the ball.
She will. I know you ain't smart. I know you ain't smart. Call me. It's my demon.
It's might.
I said might.
It doesn't matter. If indicates a possibility. If does not indicate that it's going to happen. If she were going to go to the ball, it would say when Cinderella finishes her chores, she will get to go to the ball. All right. Part 3. All right, practice on your own. It says label each sentence by its mood. Now, you are going to do what we did on the first part. Okay? Hey Jude, don't be afraid. Take a sad song and make it better. All right, is that indicative, imperative, interrogative, conditional, or subjunctive? All right, the cold never bothered me anyway. Interrogative. The cold never bothered me anyway is indicative. All right, why you gotta be so rude? Interrogative. You're going to do practice on your own 1 through 5. You are going to do practice on your own 1 through 5. Shh. And then you're going to do 6 and 7. Shh. This should be an easy 100.
It's not easy if you know how to do it.
All right, practice on your own. Number 1, hey Jude, don't be afraid. Take a sad song and make it better. What is number 1, Terrence? Imperative. All right, number 2, the cold never bothered me anyway. Gracie. Indicative. Good. All right, number 3, why you gotta be so rude, Dallas?
Because people rude to me.
Interrogative. All right, number 4, if I had a highway, I would run for the hills. Bella. George. Number 4? Good. Subjunctive. Good. If the baby wakes up, then we will give him a pacifier. Chastity. Conditional. Good. Number 6, if you was or were smart, what's the correct answer? Were smart. You would or will study now before the test happens. All right. Were and would. I wouldn't do that if I was or if I were you. If I were you. All right. It says, tell me why the sentence, put down the remote control, counts as a complete sentence.
Though there is no subject.
There is an implied you there. All right. Even though there's no subject, Even though there's no subject, it's still complete because it's a command with an implied subject.
So it don't have no subject.
It does have a subject, it's just implied.
So I was right.
All right. Number 9, explain the difference between conditional and subjunctive moods in your own words. Hold on. If you want to go to break, you have to turn this in. You have to answer 8 and 9, and you have to submit. All right. In order to go to break, you have to answer number 8 and number 9, and you have to submit. No submission, no break.
Miss Willis, y'all be threatening me with break detention, but I don't got break money, so I don't be like I just be going out there.
I might.
I don't be,